at our lesson. I hope it will be informative and won't be boring. And I want to start from the video. We watch it and say, what are these people crazy about? What are we going to focus on at the lesson? Let's watch.
What do you know about social media? What is it?
social media? Try to give the descriptions of these words. What? Kate, please.
This place where you find your information.
Well, what else, Anya?
This place to communicate with people who are at distance.
Right. Nikita?
This internet communication with people.
With people, well, it's good. What can you add, Veronica?
In this place of our photo.
For our photo in the internet. Right, you are. And I want to say that social media, it is an online platform that is used by people to build social relations with other people who share similar personal or career interests, activities, backgrounds, or real life connections. Do you agree with me?
Yes.
Well, next question for you. What social network do you know? Who can? Zhenya? Let's start from you.
I know such social networks as Instagram, YouTube, Contact, Telegram, and others.
Okay. What can you add? Do you want to add something? No. Zhenya answering? No. Well, how can you stay safe surfing the net? How? Nikita, try this.
Don't visit unknown sites.
On sites, well. Veronica, what can you add? Any information? No? Maria?
Don't send your own information to unknown people.
Well, maybe Anya?
I agree with Masha and Nikita.
And Nikita?
And you shouldn't send your photo.
Your photo, okay, to the internet, you say. Well, right you are, I agree with you. Social networks are popular only among teens, aren't they? Zhenya?
I disagree because many adults
Many adults.
use social networks.
Very good, I agree with you. Anya, what can you say?
I agree with Shania because many adults use social net so often.
Very often. Kate?
I agree with Zhenya.
With Zhenya. Well, Maria?
In my opinion, social network popular among adults because they use different apps too.
Well, the next task for you. You have such card. Please take it. Card number 2. Write do or don't in the ideas about internet security. What we should do in the internet or shouldn't. I give you 1 minute for it, please. Do it quickly. Well, Kate, I'm ready. It's ready. Anna? Well, are you ready? Okay, let's start. Let's start from what we should do in the internet. Who can? Kate, please.
Shop at with public websites.
Well.
Scan all email attachments. Download with permissions. Install antivirus.
Antivirus, right, you are. And what we shouldn't do in the internet. Who can, Veronica?
Don't share your address and phone number on a social network. Don't keep your password to yourself. Don't share personal and private content. conversation. Don't post pictures and photos with information like alone at home this weekend.
Right, you are all correct. And last one question for you. How much do you trust online companies with your data? How much? Veronica?
I really trust online companies because there are scammers.
Well, what can you add, Nikita?
I agree with Veronica because I really tried mine that different sites because it's very dangerous.
Good answer. I agree with you. Now I have a lot of words which may be association with the word social networks. What can we add after our task? Who can add something? Kate, maybe go and add. Choose the word.
The word follower.
Follower, right? You are put on the desk. Do you know the meaning of these words? Follower?
Yes.
Okay, very good. I guess all of you are very experienced social network users. Are you an active social network user? Are you, Igor?
Active social network is Instagram.
In Instagram, okay, thank you. Maria, what about you?
I'm active.
And
I'm active user of social network in Telegram.
Telegram, thank you. Nikita?
I am an active social network user. I use ВКонтакте.
Contact, Женя?
I'm active in social network and I use contact.
In contact, well, Anya?
I'm active in social network and I use Instagram and Telegram.
Thank you, Kate.
I am active social network user and I use TikTok.
Well, and I am an active internet user and I use a lot of different social networks for my work and for communication with different people. The next task for you, and we will check your home task. Let's see how you found out about social networks in the text. Who did it at home? Who? Veronica, please.
This text is about people's opinion of social networks. Some believe that the internet replaces live communication for us. Else, the internet has a bad replace on teenagers because they spend a lot of time there and many see the benefits of social networks.
Thank you, Veronica. All right, it's a great work at home. Who put questions at home to the text? Igor.
What are the negatives of users of the social network? How social network affects school children? We are getting closer to the social network. How social network, how social media help college and learners. How much time is taken up by social network. That's all.
Right, you are very good. And the last one pair who prepare interview your partner and evaluate his answer. Who can? Maria?
Hello, Maria.
Hello.
Are you a user of social network?
Yes, I'm using social.
How many hours a day you spend on social network?
I use internet for about
social network is good?
I think social networks is good, but also disadvantages.
Name some negative features of social networks.
The biggest disadvantages of social networks are cyberbullying.
Have you ever encountered cyberbullying?
I haven't experienced cyberbullying, but some people in my opinion it can cause harm.
Thank you, Mary.
Okay, do you like the dialogue?
Yes.
Well, and now one more person who wants to add one word to our desk. Who do it? Maybe Nikita. Okay? What will you check?
Sir?
Serve right you are. Put it on the board. Well, thank you. And now I want you to listen this video and try to concentrate and answer the question. Why does Chemas Polyhapitia feel guilty? Why?
Social media is destroying how society works. This is breakingnewsenglish.com. A former Facebook executive has said social media is doing great harm to society around the world. The executive is a man called Chamath Palihapitiya. He joined Facebook in 2007 and became the vice president. He was responsible for increasing the number of users Facebook had. Mr. Palihapitiya said he feels very guilty about getting more people to use social networks. He said the networks are destroying society because they are changing people's behavior. 20 years ago, people talked to each other face to face. Today, people message each other and do not talk. People also really care about what other people think of them. They post photos and wait to see how many people like the photo. They get very sad if people do not like the photo. Mr. Palihapitiya said people should take a long break from social media so they can experience real life. He wants people to value each other instead of valuing online hearts, likes and thumbs up. Palihapitiya also points out how fake news is affecting how we see the world. It is becoming easier for large websites to spread lies. It is also becoming easier to hurt other people online. Anyone can hide behind a fake username and post lies about other people. Palihapitiya said this was a global problem. He is worried about social media so much that he has banned his children from using it. However, he did state that Facebook was a good company. He said, of course it's not all bad. Facebook overwhelmingly does good in the world.
Well, have you got any questions according to this audio? Do you understand it?
Yes.
Well, answer my question. Why does he feel guilty? Why?
He said the network are destroying society because they are changing people's behavior.
Right, you are. Maybe somebody wants to add something? No. Next task for you. Task number 1. Take it and put the words to the sentences according to this audio. Do it please, I give you 2-3 minutes. by one. Let's start from Nikita.
Chahans Polykatia was responsible for increasing the number of user Facebook had.
You put the words
Increasing.
right? You are, Masha?
He says networks are destroying society because they are changing people's behavior.
Okay. What words?
Microphones are destroying.
Are destroyed, right? You are, Shenya?
Today people message each other and not go face to face.
What's
Message.
what message? The word. Anya?
He wants people to value each other instead of valuing online hearts, likes, and thumbs up. Words value and value.
Right, you are, but repeat after me instead the words. Remember, please. Reading instead. Well, Igor?
It is becoming greater for language website to spread lies.
The word lies.
Lies.
And pay attention easier. The words, Veronica.
Anyone can hide behind a fake username and post lies about other people. Fake username.
Well, good. And the last one?
However, it states that Facebook or money does what in the word. It states and or money.
Right, you are. Very good. Okay, what advice can you give Chairman Polykapitia not to be guilty, in order not to be guilty? What can you advise for him? What he can to do? Who can try? Indicate. You don't know. Anya? Is it a hard question for you? Is it hard? Is it hard not to use the internet for you? Is it hard or no? Can you live without the internet, for example, 1 hour?
Yes.
Or 1 day?
Yes.
7 days? No, it is difficult for you. What can you say about Chairman Polykapitia? Is it difficult for him or for society? Is it a great problem? Say it aloud.
Is it difficult?
It is difficult.
It is difficult to society.
For society. Okay. Well, now I want you to look on the screen. And say what is negative and positive of social networks. Let's start maybe from negatives. What can you say? Igor?
Negatives, cyberbullying.
Cyberbullying, right? You are, Anya?
Fake accounts.
Well, Veronica? Addiction. Anything else? No. What about positives? Positives, Nikita.
Socializing.
Socializing, right? You are great.
Sharing content.
Well,
Global mind.
global mind. Okay, in general. Well, now I give you the text. Please take it. I give you maybe 4 minutes for reading, and then I want you to work in 2 groups. Let's read it. Please pay attention on pros and cons, negative and positive of social networks in the text. Do you understand the task? Please read the text. If you don't understand something, you may ask me.
Social media.
Veronica. Igor? Well, what is this text about? What is this text about? This full sentences. This text is about
social nets.
what else? What can you add? It
About internet.
about what?
Internet.
It is about the internet. Okay, Masha. What is this text about? With Anya, can you repeat? Can you repeat? It's about social networks. Anya.
This text about negative
Is about
positive and negative moments on social networks.
so right you are. It's a great idea, I think. There you go.
This text is about people's opinion of social networks.
Social networks, right you are. Well, now I want you to work in two groups. One group will write negatives. Negatives maybe your groups, Katie and Verena say together. And you positives of using of the social networks. Working groups discuss it. Женя, you may say this Masha or Nikita, if it sounds comfortable for you. Don't sit so close, pay attention on your distance. Женя, pay attention to the distance. And try to skip. Okay, you think about positive. What is positive from this text? You may write it on the sheet of paper. It is easier for you. Who can write this? What is? Or underline in the text. Underline. Choose one person who will speak about negatives and positives. Speak aloud.
We can use social network for education, and we can download films, music, pictures, and others.
You already know? What about you? Well, 1 minute for you. How much minute is everybody? Pay attention on those who say. Pay attention on those who say. Pay attention on it. Who want to speak in Well, let's listen.
One positive impact of social media is benefits it provides and education. And in the social networks we can download films, music, pictures, books, and audiobooks, including the most up-to-date ones from social networks.
Thank you. I listen to you. You may sit down. Well, let's start from you and speak about positives of social networks. Let's start from Anya. You may stand and do something.
Steve said that teenagers are easily distracted by social media, and Mike said it's created opportunities for cyberbullying.
Right, Joan.
Brenda says that social nets may replace real communication and reduce human interaction in general.
Julia says that both of my classmates only what they could see, so a lot of teenagers believe their lives are perfect and spend a lot of time training to achieve unrealistic standards.
He says that internet is filled with fake news.
Thank you. What do you say? Is it more negatives or positives in the internet? Negative. Why do you think so, Kate?
Because here we can see cyberbullying, fake news, and other things.
Well, you may sit on your places. Sit please on your places and try to answer one more question according to your reading. Who do you agree with? Who? With Steve, Sarah, Ben, Brenda, maybe Kate or Brett. Do you agree with somebody or disagree? Let's check. Do you agree with this? Kate, what about you?
I agree with kids because we can see in internet many fake news.
Well, Anya, what about you?
I agree with anyone because they say about negative or positive side our internet.
I understand your idea, Maria.
I agree with Sarah because social networks and internet can help us to
Educate, maybe, or to study. Okay, Shania, what about you?
I agree with John because in social networks you can download films, music, pictures, and
Thank you. Now I want you to choose once or maybe one or two words to our association with the social networks after reading. Who can? Nikita? No, Nikita, generally please. Go and put what? We have only 5 words. No, not okay. Put it on the desk. Maybe once more. What? Video, right here. Thank you. And now I want to say that it's high time to answer the main question of our lesson. What do we know about social media and social
danger, but it's also useful invention. After all, only on the internet we can quickly say, we can quickly find that what interesting us, and as well as find new friends and others.
Thank you. I understand your idea. It's very interesting, and you, I think, and maybe Nikita, your point of view. What is?
I agree with
You understand? I think, and
I agree with Anne because I too think internet have a different influence on our life.
Maybe you thought, okay? Maybe anything else? Want to add something? Answering what impact the social networks have on your life? Kate, what can you say on answering on this question?
I have done this because I will say
All information you think about our lesson. Well, and we have only 3 words. Maybe we will add it to the desk. Igor, do it, please. Let's do it. Put the whole words to our desk. Yeah. Relax.
And keeper's place.
Well, okay. Now I think it's time to write down the whole task. Your work was great at the lesson, and at home I want you to write an essay, digital blocks. Do I need it? Do you understand the task? Write down to your diary. Open your diary and write down the task. Okay, are you ready? I want to say thank you for the lesson, and your work was very hard. You were very active at the lesson, and I want to put 10 Anya. You was very active, and your grammar is good. Igor, I want to put you 8, and want to pay attention on pronunciation and grammar mistakes. And all of you, Veronica, Kate, Zhenya, Maria, and Nikita, I put you 9, and want to pay attention on your grammar mistakes in your pronunciation, of course. And at the end of the lesson, I want you to look on the screen of this word cloud and want to say some words about our lesson. What can you say?
I still want to know other app in other countries.
Okay. Maria?
I have no problem
In reading, thank you. Veronica?
I have no problem in work sentence.
Well, Igor?
I agree with Masha and
Say it aloud, please. Loudly.
I have no problem in reading.
In reading, okay, Kate.
today I have learned about social networks.
Thanks. Zhenya?
I agree. I have no problem in reading.
In reading, you say. Well, any other ideas?